what I want to talk to you about is actually something very important and very needed today in the world of engagement. I want to talk to you about how can we, through personalized conversations, increase our conversions. How can we bring some much needed human touch into the way how we communicate with our customers. I have here a quick example. I'll show a video of a campaign that was a few years back created, not here in India, but shows very well how this personalization and touch, human touch, can make a difference. All right, so this shows really well how caring about customers, how caring about emotions makes a big difference into the responsiveness of these customers and the way how we convert leads into customers. So this is exactly what we at Infobip we are doing. I'll show you a quick video about our services and how we are helping driving this conversion.
You can target people all you want, but to stand out in a crowded feed, you need to tailor the journey to each customer. Make it easy for them to get in touch when and where they choose to. Deliver convenience of a store in a chat app and cover all the touch points in a single conversation with no stress and no friction. Lean on your chatbots to keep the conversation flowing. Confirm, reassure, re-engage, and loop the journey back to purchase.
All right, so nowadays, today, any engagement with customers needs to pass by the conversational. There's no other way around. We need to be human-like. We need to be engaging. We need to talk to customers the way how customers talk with their friends, with their family, etc. And this is achieved through conversational experience. I'll show with you a couple of examples of how this conversational experience, leveraging chat apps like WhatsApp, actually made a difference on the way how businesses are interacting with their customers. So the first case that I want to show you has different elements to it. There's the engagement, there's the re-engagement, support, transactional. So those are the different elements of the journey, the customer journey on nowadays business. Sorry, I'll just go back. Yep. So I'll just repeat. Customer journey nowadays includes engagement. We need to re-engage them. We need to support, be able to provide conversational support, and also be able to provide ways to transact, continue this business. So I want to share here a quick information about a study. This is a study created jointly with Infobip and some partners, where we have come up to the value of the transactional conversational market up to 2025. So we are predicting that by that year, close to $300 billion will be the worth of this alone market, so the conversational market within the customer experience. So on a typical journey, you have different touch points where customers need to interact with the business. Typically, these touch points are very disconnected. Nowadays still, businesses are using many different ways to engage customers, many different ways that are not even bidirectional, where customers actually cannot get a synchronized response to their engagement. So we need to change this. Let's see how we have been changing these challenges. So, using WhatsApp as a preferred channel for companies to interact and communicate, WhatsApp nowadays has around 2 billion users, active users. So 2 billion people, they're out there ready to be reached and ready to engage with your brands. It means that why should we not involve this channel into the way how we communicate with customers? Why should we not give access to these users, these customers, to interact with our brand? It's a simple way. It's like you're talking with family, right? You're talking with friends. You can also talk with brands that way. It's reliable. Messages are delivered, messages are read, and includes end-to-end encryption. So it means that all the communication is secured throughout this communication. So there's a full array of use cases and business needs that can be tackled through these solutions. So talking about promotional cases, talking about conversational browsing, conversational buying process. We're talking about notification about products that are available, notification about delivery of those products, and of course, post-selling support. Not to mention that we can nowadays even do the full purchasing process through the chat. So we can actually have a customer using WhatsApp to pay for the services that they are acquiring from your business. So let me give you the first example today, which is Uber. Everybody knows about Uber, right? No need to explain here. So what was the challenge? Uber was in many cities, especially here in India, they had a vast amount of people that were not connected to their Uber app. So they were not on the app. So they could not access the service. So what we have created together with WhatsApp and Uber is exactly on the chat app, a conversational experience that brings the same value as the mobile app that Uber has. So a customer can request a rider, share the location, use the device to see where the rider is, and complete all the trajects that they are having usually on the chat app. So this shows exactly the power of having a conversational tool, and especially on a platform, on a channel that is already used by these people regardless. The second use case that I want to show has to do with commerce, with retail e-commerce. Flipkart, that I'm pretty sure you are also aware about them, wanted to create new ways how customers can engage with them without needing to go on web, without needing to go on some other channels. So again, the answer was very simple. What is the channel that everybody uses here? WhatsApp. So let's bring to the customer the service on the channel that he's already using. So all the journey, so since the lead generation, meaning browsing, meaning contacting the business, going through a menu of products that they want to acquire, so doing the browsing of the solution, of the service, and then ordering and track the delivery of these products is all done through the single chat app. Isn't this magical? So for us today, Infobip, we are one of Meta's, WhatsApp's main partners, we are bringing cloud's communication solutions into the marketing space, right? So to the marketing space. And what we are doing is exactly reaching the last mile between all your orchestrations, marketing orchestrations and strategies to the end user, which in most cases, in growing cases, it's done through digital channels and digital ways of communication. So Infobip and WhatsApp, we are partnering with WebEngage to deliver this type of experience. Having this said, I will invite a couple of gentlemen to the table here. I have with me Arzan Singh Purwala. It's our WhatsApp partner, a person very experienced on partnering with businesses like Infobip to deliver these services. And also Vishal Samant, who is the head of information technology for Mirai Assets, our customer and user of WhatsApp with Infobip. Please. Now, before we start, I think it's worth to share with you a few numbers about WhatsApp and how impressive it is, this channel as a way to engage customers. So WhatsApp already established has 2 billion active users, right? But also, they are present and actively used in 180 countries, over 60 languages. So it means for international companies that are providing business elsewhere, out of India, this channel is still the most preferred channel to deliver this communication. Also, 67% of customers expect to communicate through apps, messaging apps with their businesses. The average open rate of WhatsApp is 70%. And 53% of customers are more likely to shop with businesses with whom they can interact directly, without offline type of channels. So having this in mind, I would like to ask Vishal. Vishal is our customer that recently started using WhatsApp together with Infobip. So what were your objectives behind signing up for WhatsApp business, and how has been your journey so far?
Thank you. First of all, good afternoon to everyone. Thanks to WebEngage and Infobip team to arrange this session whereby we can express our views. Now, coming back to your question, I think your answer in your statistic, like, why WhatsApp, so it's a part of our multi-channel strategy. Okay. Now, if you consider this room, more than 95% having WhatsApp on their mobile, and if you see the most used app on a mobile, it would be WhatsApp. More than that, as you rightly said, right, it's the open rate, right? Once we deliver any message to any customer, so the 70% open rate is much higher. We can see a shift. Earlier, whenever the marketing campaign happens, the more preferred channel will be email. Nowadays, we can see a shift between the campaign and the delivery of a message, whether it is promotional or any message, whereby even nowadays, if you go to any shop, once you come out, even small shopkeeper sends you a bill on your WhatsApp. So we can see a shift from email to a WhatsApp, whereby end user find it very easy. Finding it, as you said, right, it's more like a conversation which you do it with your friends. Now you are using it with a business. So that ease of conversation which is there with the WhatsApp. So as our multi-channel strategy, we wanted to use this particular channel. More than that, in India, there are so many languages get spoken across the country. And once it comes to WhatsApp have this multilingual support whereby we can communicate to our end user in their local language, and which makes really a difference. So looking at all these reasons, we decided to opt for it.
So it's very interesting that you have experienced this change of approach of the customer through the different channels, migrating from one channel to a more engaging and rich channel. Now, Arzan, I would like to ask you a little about how can customers start benefiting from WhatsApp in their business? So we already established that WhatsApp is indeed the most preferred channel to be used. How can a customer start, and how would this change through the different industries?
So, first of all, I think it's about awareness. Customers need to be aware that WhatsApp is by design a much more powerful channel and can deliver very powerful outcomes for their businesses if used in the right way. Now, if you look at the businesses that are adopting WhatsApp in India, we have close to about 25,000 businesses who are already live on the channel, and regardless of industry, whether you look at a bank or an insurance company, the topmost of e-commerce brands, the largest of food aggregators, travel aggregators, or D2C brands, automobiles, consumers, depending on the kind of objective that they really want to fulfill and the industry that they're in, they need to evaluate how they want to use the brand and what is the end result that they want to get. I'll give you an example. WhatsApp as a channel is designed to add value to a business at every stage of a customer's life cycle journey. Whether you want to discover new audiences, whether you want to engage with your existing users to give them more offers, to get them to consider or upsell new products or services, to even actually making payments or facilitating commercial transactions natively within WhatsApp without jumping outside, to even customer service and then building brand loyalty, NPS, etc. So depending on what industry you're in and where you think you can deliver the most powerful CX, customers usually begin with that. Many of them have a common engagement number which they can use for both marketing outreach as well as for customer support. But any brand which is more service centric, like let's say a bank, where they would have hundreds of agents or telecallers calling people for selling products. It can be pretty intrusive. It can be pretty, I would hate to have a call in the middle of a working day for somebody who was trying to selling me a credit card, right, or a new banking product. Instead of that, if I'm a user transacting with the bank, they reach out to me, they take my opt-in, and they position an offering, I might be considered to look at it, give it a better thought. Even if I engage with the brand and I don't buy it or don't subscribe to it, they can again retarget me through marketing automation apps like WebEngage to know exactly what cohort I fit in and how can I add to their lifetime value over a period of time. So the answer is, there is no single answer across industries. Brands have to take a very conscious note of what objective they want to define, whether it is for lead generation or generating more sales, or whether they want to use it more for customer service, which is mainly with an objective to reduce their operating cost of call contact centers and telecalling agents, which is typically 15 to 20 rupees per call that a customer pays for every call that is attended by a contact center agent. If they do it through a smart automated journey on WhatsApp, it can happen for less than a fraction of a rupee. So I think businesses are still trying to learn that, be aware of that, and building a full funnel journey right from discovery to customer service.
And I guess that it's the job of partners like WebEngage and Infobip to actually educate and drive this discussion with the customer.
Absolutely. So the Uber case study that you mentioned was, I think, a fantastic example. Nobody could even think of booking a cab on Uber. Now, the question most customers ask is, why do I need WhatsApp when I already have an app? But if you think about penetration of apps and more so usage of apps in India, the largest of brands who are using WhatsApp, whether it's Flipkart or Amazon, they don't have more than 100 million active users every month. That means not more than 100 million users will do one transaction online, digitally, either through an app or through the website. Now, in India, WhatsApp has close to 500 million users who are using the app every single day to talk to friends and family. It's just that this delta of the next 100 million or the next 200-300 million, how do I reach out to this audience? That is a big question marketers and brands ask themselves. How do I target this audience smartly on WhatsApp? Because not everybody is going to download my app or even use it.
Very well. And so let's hear actually from the customer here that's exactly what are the use cases and how are you utilizing WhatsApp?
So as rightly said by Arjun, it is every company or organization, it's dependent on how we wanted to have a strategy. You know, it could be a customer service, it could be a promotional, or it could be a e-commerce per se. For us, we thought of having two strategies in terms of promotional, because of obvious reason we discussed, because of the reach of a WhatsApp, so whereby we can give our product information and the investor awareness more easily, curated in a local language as a preference. And again, as it's a ease of using, we've seen in a Uber case or a Flipkart case, so it can be used for an e-commerce purpose also, whereby any investor wants to know their portfolio or wanted to check the recent NAV, they can do so without downloading any app or installing any app. And because there are so many clutters on the app, you have to search. Every app have a different name. So WhatsApp is quite easy media whereby you can easily go and connect and get the information which you want.
Very well. And I guess security, privacy, anti-spamming, all these are topics that are very important for a BFSI sector, correct? So Arzan, how is WhatsApp ensuring that these boxes are ticked?
So I think great question. With respect to security and privacy, first of all, WhatsApp is a technology, it's a platform, it's an API. It just gives businesses the ability to send and receive messages, very simplistically putting. Now, the content, what is the data that is actually transmitted, nobody knows, not even WhatsApp knows whether it's a text or a video or an image or a file or an MP3. We just don't know what it is because it is absolutely encrypted across ends. So only the user, when it comes on the device, can see what the message is and where the message terminates, which is the infrastructure of the service provider, like an Infobip. That is where you know. And it is always a discussion between the business and the service provider as to what the security policy will be. How long will you store the data? How often are you going to keep my data? Are you allowing me to access consumer PII data, like let's say a PAN card or an Aadhaar card, let's say if someone wants to apply for a home loan. So it is entirely up to the business and the service provider. As a technology provider, we have zero access to what is being transferred within the channel because it is 256-bit encrypted. Coming to your third point on spam, there are a lot of intrinsic controls that WhatsApp has to prevent any business from growing and sending unsolicited messages to consumers, very broadly speaking. So for example, if you're a business and you have an existing customer base of say 100,000 consumers and you're targeting them on email or SMS, if you think you have all their numbers and you can just increase your volumes or sales by just targeting them on WhatsApp, it will not happen. Within a few days, your number will just die down and because people will start blocking you as spam. So the expectation is that we always go and tell businesses, one is to take an opt-in from users so that they expect a message to be delivered. You're also sending the right and relevant conversation to the right cohort of users depending on how we want to target them. So brands need to think through how they really want to target and what kind of personalized messaging they want to do to their audiences to keep them more engaged. If they do that, then yes, the channel can give you very high ROI. But if you try and send everything at one shot, you will not be able to because the platform will not allow them to scale unless they're able to do it with a 99% plus positive feedback rate. That means if there is 1% of your audience who is blocking you, your phone number quality will start getting deteriorated. So if you are at an unlimited tier, you will come down to, let's say, 100,000 and then 10,000 and then 1,000 and then the number will finally get completely off the platform. So technology has its limitations, but I think businesses also need to be aware that they are equally responsible in taking the right kind of opt-ins from their clients before they start targeting them on WhatsApp.
Very well. Thank you very much for sharing all this.
Thank you.
Michelle, thank you.